there, Moose has rated and with 27 viewers. Mahalo for supporting our channel. Raiders, Ako Momai, welcome into our stream.
Come join the fun. Join us on the journey where the magic's begun. We'll explore the parks and tell stories too. With Aloha DIS, the magic's all for you. In each new video, the fun begins. From the castle's glow to the ocean winds. We're here to share, to laugh and play. On Aloha DIS, it's excitement every day. Aloha DIS, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On Aloha DIS, it's excitement every day. Aloha DIS, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On every show, there's something new.
How's it? Welcome to the Aloha DIS podcast. I'm Dr. Iron Chef.
And I'm Dr. Mom.
I'm so sorry. Pinky just fell down the stairs. And so, right, like 13 seconds ago, we go live. And we're just checking on her. But,
Oh, Canada.
yeah,
Hello.
no.
Hello.
She says she's okay. But I wonder if we should go check.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
I don't hear crying.
Okay, so
She's fine.
we'll see you in a second. But thank you for coming in. And again, apologies. Perfect timing, like right before we go on. But we'll take care of her if she does need help. But she says it just, she went back to her room. I
Yep,
can just hear
she's
her.
fine.
She's fine.
Yeah,
So,
just her pride.
but again, welcome in. Thank you, Moose, for the raid. Let's do a
Yay, Moose.
quick shout out. I know he was super nice to just kind of hang on to the stream for a little bit and then raid into us. So let's see if we can get this in.
Thank you for the raid.
I'm not sure if that's going to work on this one. So, oh, it did. Okay. So yeah, welcome into the stream. I don't have the, you know what? I don't have the visual for that, but we'll get that in as well. But yeah, thank you very much for coming in and rating in. If you have never been here before for the Aloha DIS podcast, we kind of do a weekly Disney show about the parks and resorts and all things Disney. So,
Yeah.
so
And sometimes maybe not Disney,
yeah, sometimes maybe not Disney, but yeah. So
all things fun.
all things that are exciting and fun. So I think first of all, we want to start off because it is a 3-day weekend. Just a big thank you to all of our veterans here in the United States that help to protect the freedom for those, not just in the United States, but also around the world. So we're very thankful for those who sacrificed to serve our country. My dad was a veteran, Air Force veteran. And then your family has a number of different
Yeah.
veterans.
So every man in my family have served in the military. So my grandfather served during World War II. He was he actually was a cook.
Was he in the was he in the 100 Battalion?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, but he was a cook during World War II and kept the troops fed.
Yeah.
And my uncle was in the army as well. My dad my dad is National Guard and my brother was Air Force.
Yeah, yeah.
So long history of men serving in our family. Oh, and then my stepdad served in the Vietnam War.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
he's
right.
a Vietnam War vet
Yeah.
and he went over there and thankfully came back nice and safe.
Yeah, so your grandfather served in the U.S. Army as in the European theater. Yeah, I think he was.
He
He didn't talk about it
he
too
never
much, yeah.
talked about it. Yeah. But definitely, veteran. He's buried over in the veteran cemetery. Yeah. So lots of men in our family have been proud to serve the United States.
Yeah, and then we have a lot of people in our community as well who have served. So thank you very much for your service, and thank you for all the things that you do. It is holiday for us, but it is a solemn reminder of those who have sacrificed. So thank you very much. We have a number of different things to talk about today, including look at the nice decorations that Dr. Mom made. So very happy to be in the Thanksgiving season, and very
Yes.
thankful for all of you for joining us today. Let's see, what are we talking about?
We are going to go over the things that you absolutely need when you go to Disney World.
Okay.
So I was thinking 15, but I don't think we're going to get through all 15 today because we like to talk.
Well,
So
it's a fluid show, and
it
we'll do
is. It is.
things that chat wants us to talk about too,
Yeah.
and everything else. So, but yeah. So what's the first thing that we want to talk about?
Well, the first thing, of course, what I think you're going to need is someplace to stay, right?
Right.
So if you're going to go to Disney World, please, please, please have someplace to stay first
Right.
and arrange someplace to stay. So, I mean, it could be on property, it could be a good neighbor hotel, it could be off property, Airbnb, VRBO, LMNOP, you know,
Different.
Mama on Peepaw's couch. I mean, I don't
That could
know.
that could be it.
I don't know, old college roommates, I don't know, guest room, whatever. But yeah, definitely want to
Right.
stay somewhere. So the fun thing about Disney World, though, is that it's not just the hotels, but you have tons of other options. So you also have like standalone areas too, where, if you're feeling a little antisocial or you want your privacy,
Right.
you could do the Polynesian Hotel has bungalows.
Right.
And Copper Creek has villas that are freestanding.
Cabins. Yeah.
Cabins, yep.
Yeah.
And then there's the cabins at Fort Wilderness. You could even camp, right?
Right.
The campsites. So this is fun because I never knew this. But if you love camping and you want to go camping at Disney World, or you want to go extreme budget friendly, then you could it's BYOT.
Well-
Bring your own tent, though.
Well, let's look real quick at how budget
Yeah.
friendly that is. So there's if you go to, like, if we're thinking Disney World, there's a website called Disney World. I guess it's DisneyWorld.com or something like that. So you can go there and check out the different places. One of the things, maybe the pro tips, is that look for the discounts if at all possible.
Yes. Rack rate, you don't need to pay rack rate.
Yeah.
Really. That's really
Try to find something that's not rack rate. So they have like different discounts throughout the year. This one's 25% in early 2025. Sometimes there'll be discounts with the Disney Chase Visa cards. And there's different ways of checking out, but yeah, there's different discounts to be had. I'm wondering if I put in some dates. This is June 1st through June 7th, so short stay,
short and sweet.
short and sweet. So we'll check it out. So this is Disney's picks for us, but as you can see, the cheapest one, maybe we'll just sort this by price, is the campsites at Fort Wilderness Lodge. And it starts at $115. That probably gets you a nice room, right?
Yeah.
Not quite.
Maybe not.
Not quite. So
Not on Disney World property.
don't be fooled. Of course, June is the start of summer break, so it's going to be a little bit expensive. Different times of the year,
It
we'll
does-
have different. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we'll
Sorry.
have different prices. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it buys you a concrete slab
Yeah.
to put your tent on.
So it says tent or pop-up campsite.
Yes.
So that's what will get you for $115 a night starting the 1st of June. Of course, if you extend the stay or if it's shorter, it could be different prices. But yeah,
Ooh, look at
it's
that.
basically
How fun.
a tent. So do they give you the tent? That's the question. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's BYOT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bring your own
I'm
tent.
pretty sure.
Yeah, so you can park your car, of course, over here, and then the tent. And it doesn't look like there's much other than there's some hookups. So I'm not sure if that they provide there's power outlets here.
Yeah.
So
And then you could also bring an RV as well. There is an area where you can do RV hookup
Right.
For sewage, but I think there's a sewage
Yeah.
fee. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to go cross country.
this is Iron Fist. This is Disney World. They do have restrooms. Let me see if there's photos of that.
Yeah, and I think they have like showers and all that
Yeah.
stuff too. But
Yeah. So
that looks
this
so
is the campsite.
fun.
So you can rent RVs in Orlando, and you can have then deliver the RV to your campsite, and so you basically have to get your transportation from wherever you are to the campsite, and then the RV will be there parked for you. I think even you can pay for it to be hooked up.
Oh, let's do that. Let's do that one time because that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that sounds
Oh, and
like
then the grill, we can go and grill stuff.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds
most
like fun.
campsites have a shower and everything else. So yeah,
Oh, and that's right. So there's also pools as well. So usually there's a place where there's a pool for the campsite.
yeah, I don't think I can see different places, but they do have
so
archery.
fun.
Yeah, archery.
Horseback
There's
riding. Although I
there's-
think it's like they put a pause on the horseback riding is what I saw like yesterday, but they do have horseback riding over
Yeah.
at Fort Wilderness.
So they have different amenities, and I know that different I guess parts of the campsite they have the ability to use showers and restrooms.
Yeah.
So
And
I'll-
hoop-de-doo review.
and hope to do a review. Yeah, I don't see any pictures here, but I know that they do have those things available. So you can get a campsite. That'll be the cheapest option for this stay. The most expensive one. Oh, hi there. Need help? No, I don't need any help right now. It goes all the way up to the villas at the Grand Floridian's Resort and Spa for $820. That's the starting price. So we'll get to see.
That's usually just the room, right? That's like the
Yeah.
regular hotel room. It's like not even the
Well,
one bedroom.
no, this is the villas. So
Okay.
I think that's what it starts. So yeah,
Deluxe
it starts with the
studios.
deluxe studios, but this one also has the lake view. You have the suites available. Theme park view is $1,000 per night.
Where you could see fireworks,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah, and the one bedroom is $1,142, all the way up to the 3 bedroom, which doesn't have a price, but they do offer the villas there for a fee.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay that because there's also renting DVC points,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're a DVC owner, of course you can use your DVC points. But if you're not a DVC owner, there are websites that you can go to where you can, and reputable websites,
Right.
where you can actually rent points. So it could allow you for a less expensive stay.
We're not sponsored, so we're not going to mention any of the sites. But if you want to talk to us as well, message us on Discord if you want to. So Iron Fisters has done the Cedar Point.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yes.
And there is bus transportation, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And meal plans. I'm not sure if they have meal plans. They do have the Disney dining, which is probably available through even the campsite. But they have different levels of prices, as you can see here. These are some of the more value resorts, and again, going towards some of the deluxe resorts. I think if I change the dates, let's do a date in September.
So is it Iron Fister?
Iron Fister.
It's kind of at an angle. So
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So he was talking about Cedar Point and bringing their camper there. He also talked about, so it's you can have your own home and then your own pets. So you could bring your pets along with you, right?
Yeah.
So we could technically bring Lily and Archie along. Although I don't know, they'd have to fly across the Pacific Ocean first.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know that Disney World does have kennels for your furry friend. So if you did bring your animal, your dog with you, then and they could be at one of the nice kennels, right at the nice kennel there. And we've passed that before. It's over by Is it by Saratoga?
Saratoga, yeah. Iron Fister, we did meet in Nashville, so so we did get a chance to talk to him and kind of just hang out a little bit. So yeah, thank you for just being such a nice person. So we appreciate that as well. Yeah, so if you have you have the Cedar Fair Platinum Plus. Wow, that sounds. See, that's the kind of things we mostly go to Disney, but we don't get a chance to go to other places. We should.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know. I would absolutely love to go and travel around.
That's very kind, Iron Fist. We're very thankful for the kind words. So again, so you saw the prices for June, which is summer months, and of course it's closer out. This is September, when most of the time students are back in school, so the prices are a little bit lower during this time.
Yes.
So you see a huge difference in terms of the campsites, even in terms of the price. So depending on the time of year you're going, it's going to be a different price point and the amount of stay. And sometimes it's you have to play around with your dates, because it could just be a one day that's like really super high because the resort is more so
Like a holiday or
yeah, like a
something, right? The
holiday
holiday will fall.
or a weekend might have higher prices. So there's all kinds of different factors that go into the price point. If I just did like one night, I guess, then you can kind of see what the true price would be for a night stay. So again, $73. So dropped a little bit, see, because probably didn't intersect over a weekend or something else. So yeah, so that's some of the on-site places. There is also other places to go to, right?
Oh, and don't get us wrong. Like I mean, truth be told, we're not like full on campers.
No.
So I mean, the farthest we'll go is like glamping. So
Yeah.
we probably would get the cabin.
Yeah, we probably get the cabin at
We'll probably get the
Fort
cabin
Wilderness.
at Fort Wilderness. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I love camping. I grew up camping, but as a family and as a couple, we
It's not our thing.
so
We try even camping in the backyard, and Pinky comes in really early.
oh yeah, she didn't make it for the whole night. Yeah, so
So-
she just pitched the tent. We just pitched a tent in the living room because
Yeah, no,
then
we did.
she
We actually put the
stayed.
tent in the living room.
Yeah.
A Cedar Fair Platinum plan is affordable. Yes, I would think so. I would think it will be a different price point. And yeah, they had the big merger with Six Flags,
Ooh.
and so that's going to be interesting in terms of moving forward. What price point they're going to settle on. So. No, we talk about Disney, but we talk about all things fun.
Yeah, we love fun.
And Cedar
We
Fair,
just love fun.
Cedar Fair seems like it's a fun place to go as well. We just, I think if we were talking about who we are as a family, we like to be very familiar with with our surroundings when we go. So we're not as
Yes.
adventurous with other places and everything else. So that's why probably when we look at going to Disney World, it's because we're very familiar with Disney World and not as familiar with even Disneyland
Right,
for
right.
the kiddos. We went a little bit more when before they were born, but for
Or
the,
when they were really little.
Yeah.
So
I think that's where they're so used to going to Disney World, and we know it like the back of our hands, so it's a lot easier to navigate and get the best deals and do fun stuff in the resort area. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on reservations?
No, I
Yeah.
think that's it. I mean, I think that's a very cursory view, but we could definitely go deeper in another stream, but we definitely just want to hit and highlight some of the essentials.
Yeah. And don't be afraid, anyone in chat. You can always bring something up. We have a script, but it's kind of free flowing as well. So
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, we welcome we welcome the chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
And everything fun.
Yeah.
What next? Transportation?
Transportation, yes, of course. So for us, we have to fly, right?
Right.
But there's when you're on property, you can do the buses,
Yeah.
right? You could also do ride share, but the ride shares usually there's a designated place for them to drop you off. So for Magic Kingdom, you'd have to get dropped off and picked up at the TTC, the Transportation and Ticket Center. The only thing that will take you to the actual park for Magic Kingdom would be the Minnie Vans, right? It's like the cute red ones with the dots on it, and it's the cute Minnie Vans. They actually can take you to the park, but if not, it's just the buses, the boat, the ferry,
The monorail,
and
kind of our favorite, which is the Skyliner.
Yes.
So that's actually my favorite. So there's different ways to get around the resorts. So you have the bus transportation, which let's look at some of the buses. I think we have pictures of the buses. Wait on, let me transition real quick.
So the monorail just goes to Magic Kingdom, Grand Floridian, and Poly, right? And then it'll take you to Epcot,
Contemporary.
Oh, and Contemporary,
and the TTC Center.
Center, yeah. So Transportation and Ticket Center, TTC, yeah. So it'll take you there, and those are the places that the buses will. The monorail will go.
But the buses they're available at all the resorts. It also takes you to Disney Springs, and I think one of the neat things is that they're very colorful.
Yes.
So this is
we love it.
They wrap all the buses.
We love riding the buses. It's so fun.
Yeah. And then they do have. Like most modern buses, they do tell you where the destination is, so you're not going to get mixed up and end up at the wrong resort. So this one, of course, is heading over to Magic Kingdom.
Very easy to follow.
Very easy to look at.
And everything's just really well laid out. Right. So they'll have signs that point you to different directions if you want. If you're going to go, Figgy Baby.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Figment.
Anyway, sorry, it's like a dog and squirrel, but sorry. Yeah. But so the buses, just also note that the buses, if you do park at Disney Springs, it will not take you directly to the park. And if you're at the park, it won't take you directly to Disney Springs, correct?
Right. So it goes back to the hotels, the resorts, and that's the best way to get back and forth, I think, to Disney Springs or the water taxi. There's some places like Old West, and you can get the water taxi from there.
And then Boardwalk, and
that one won't get you to Disney Springs, but that one will get you to Hollywood Studios.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anywhere Swan and Dolphin, Yacht Club, Beach Club, and Boardwalk, they'll get you over with the water taxi, or you can take the water taxi from Epcot over to Hollywood Studios and back again. But because of the Skyliner now, it's probably a lot quicker to do the Skyliner and make the transfer at Caribbean Beach over to Hollywood.
It's like a ride before a ride.
It is a ride before a ride, and I think I mentioned this before. That's what they used to have at Disneyland. And Disney World going through, Disneyland was going through the Matterhorn, I think it was. So, so it's kind of a neat thing to do. But yeah, they have very colorful buses, and that's part of the magic when you're going.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, because then I'm like, oh, look, we get to catch the Wanda bus, or we.
That's right.
We get to catch the Orange Bird bus.
Yeah. And of course, this is at Magic Kingdom, so you see the monorail in the back. So the multiple modes of transportation to and from the resorts, and
Rocket and Groot.
And they're very good on updating them too. So they're pretty much newer buses. And
what is that?
This is
Coco.
Yeah.
Coco. Okay.
Yeah. So there's some of the buses that are available to use for transportation. We'll check if Matterhorn is still down. I know that they were doing reservations. There's 5 main rides down right now at Disneyland. So a lot of it's off season for them, and then it's picking up again for Thanksgiving and Christmas season. So, but yeah. So other transportations, I think if anything, if you go to one of the resorts around the monorail line, you can walk to the park, which is
your own 2 feet.
Very convenient.
Transportation.
From the Contemporary, it is only about 10 minutes.
Oh, I love that. I mean, there's nothing better than staying at Bay Lake or Contemporary and just walking literally across the street to get to Magic Kingdom, and not having to worry about catching the monorail to the TTC or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you could also have your own car, which is
Yep.
super, it allows you the flexibility, but you do have to worry about parking prices and
Yeah.
pay for
If
parking.
you get the annual pass, you don't have to worry as well. Oh, it looks like the Matterhorn is open right now. So it was closed last year, but I think it's open unless they reclosed it again.
I've never ridden the Matterhorn. Have you? I've never gone on it.
You've been on Space Mountain, but you haven't been on the Matterhorn.
Big Thunder, Space, but never on Matterhorn.
Yeah, I think I might have gone when I was a little kid. You're talking like 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah. Because my grandma, when I went with my grandparents and I was about 12, she was like, I think that's a scary ride. I think it's a little scary. And I think because she didn't want to go on it. That's why. But yeah, so transportation. And I just want to mention that when you're at a place like Boardwalk, they have those like little what do they call it? Surrey bikes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you can ride those around, and then it's like for you can have one for multiple people, and then ride that. You have to, of course, you have to pay for it, but we haven't done that yet because it's been really hot, and we're like, why do we want to ride?
Right.
A
Yeah, I think
bike?
we go when it's
Because it's so hot.
very hot. So
Yeah.
yeah. Iron Fister says there is a basketball court within the Matterhorn Mountain.
Oh
So-
yes, yeah, yes, and that actually is true, right? I mean, that's actually one of those myths that actually is a
actually true.
fact. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So that's here. I got a picture of that. So yeah. So inside of the Matterhorn, there is, of course, it's a, it's not a real mountain. So Disney created a mountain. Sorry.
Sorry to burst anyone's
killing-
bubble.
it's like they're talking about like, no, I'm not going to
Your
talk about.
dream color.
Yeah.
You're raining
So-
on everybody's parade today.
So there is a basketball court within it. I think there's some other. Oh yeah, wait, that didn't go. Yeah, so they actually put up a basketball hoop so they can actually play basketball
That's so
inside
fun.
of the Matterhorn. Yeah, so right here, this is the location down here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not open to the public, but
No,
it is definitely there. So
Yeah, so that's something if they ever open it up for tours or whatnot, that might be behind the scenes tour.
Oh
Yeah. So half courts, but yeah, it is really there inside it, and there's pictures of it. So probably back from the 70s, 80s.
very
So,
fun.
all right. Passes.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's kind of like a no-brainer with the place to stay and
Right.
the transportation, but then it's also your passes to Disney World as well. So, Park Hopper, single day pass, Lightning Lane, all those different kinds of things. I mean, that you definitely want to have that figured out a little bit before you go, right?
Yeah, and one of the things is that there are certain times of the year where it actually is sold out. So usually around Christmas time, it might be sold out, and they don't allow people in unless you have a day pass. Even if you have an annual pass, they won't let you in
Yes.
for that. So
Yes.
So, and some of the passes are blocked out, so you have to make sure you get the passes with the correct blackout dates.
And there's a Florida pass as well, right?
there's a
And then
Florida
that one
pass.
kind of follows some of the same blackouts as the annual pass.
Yeah, so let's take a look a little bit at some of these, and we'll see what's available. So, when you're looking at the passes, they start off with annual passes. The top pass is $1,549 for the year at Disney World. You also can choose between 1 day to 5 day tickets at Disney World. I believe Disneyland is like usually 5 days, so 1 to 10 day at Disney World, and then you can tie in your room stay with the passes, so you can buy a room and get a pass package there as well. So the annual passes pretty much is for those who are able to go. My recommendation usually is if you're going for like 9 days or more, your annual pass now becomes a viable option, especially if you can get one that is not the top level one where you only need it for a week and a half or longer. What it does is gives you discounts like up to 20% for
Yes.
merchandise in the stores, and also you'll get some dining discounts. 10% is the norm for that as well. If you don't have DVC, then that's a good thing to have because then you get those discounts. DVC
Yeah.
discounts might overlap, and what is the recommendation is usually offer both. If you have DVC, if you're a DVC member with the blue card or have the annual passes, and they'll tell you which one is the better discount, and
And
they'll take that one.
they'll take the better
Yeah.
they'll take the better discount out of the two.
Yeah. So if you look at the Incredipass, that's the main one. But you also have for those who are Florida residents, they'll get the 469 one. If you want the Pirate Pass, that's another one that gives more stays at the park and getting inside. This is the one we have. We have the Sorcerer's Pass, which is for Disney Vacation Club members as well. And then all guests is the Incredipass. So they did change the options. They used to have more options for non-Florida residents, but I guess they're pushing everyone to the Incredipass right now to get. So you can also, it also gives you up to 5 days at a time for the Incredipass. You do have to make reservations. Some days you don't need reservations.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you need some kind of reservation at the hotel. And again, there's different benefits, including photo pass downloads, if you want to add that on. It used to be included. Now it's a separate purchase, which is okay because we'll just purchase it on one, and then we won't get it on all 4 of our passes. So that's something that's available. The individual tickets are what most people will use. And so when you actually try to purchase those, you'll have to pick your dates. And if you have a multiple day stay, then they'll give you a window of where you can actually go into get the tickets. So,
All right.
yeah. So that's the Disney Park tickets starting at $119 right now. There's a price increase all the time. And so if you purchase your tickets before the price increase, you'll save on that as well. So
Yeah, and your passes will show up on your. And this is gonna segue us to the next thing that you really need to have, but your Disney MyDisneyExperience app. So your passes will be on there. So you just have to make sure that you know where it is before you get to the park, so that you can
Yep.
show your passes, your DVC or your annual pass to get those discounts.
yeah. There is an app for that, right?
Yep.
And it's called the My Disney Experience app.
Yes.
We'd love to show it to you, but we also have our names on it. So we want necessary. We have some pictures. I guess we can kind of show of what it looks like.
That's a must-have. That's a must-have if you go to Disney World, is the My Disney Experience app, because there's so many things on it. I think it's a little hard to see, right? But you can see the different things that you can do with your My Disney Experience app. Down to, okay, I can't see because I'm
Okay, so there's
sorry.
this
See if
is-
this will help. Nope. Okay.
you get it. It'll have your tickets and passes. It'll you can look at your future plans as well. There's you can order food off of that.
Yes. And so for the ordering food, that's just a wonderful tip, is that you could use that to see which places have reservations, sit down reservations at that time. Like if you're like, oh, we're really hungry, we want to go eat somewhere and sit down, they'll show you which places have openings, or and walk up waits and things like that. But the other thing I really love about that is the ordering the food. It's
Right.
the mobile orders, right? Because when you're in Disney, a lot of times time is money, right? Like, you don't want to be waiting in a line for 30 minutes just to get something to eat. So,
Right.
yeah. But if you do the mobile order, you can pre-order your food and choose a window of time, right? When you want to get it. And then you can totally bypass the line for the most part. There'll be a side window where you can go and grab your food. You just show up and then you show them your there's like a number, right?
Yeah.
That you have to show them.
It's a code, and then that's the code to pick up your food.
Yeah.
So it's the McDonald's app of Disney.
Yeah, it's like I was just thinking that too. It's
Yeah.
very similar to the McDonald's app. So if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, so it'll have your maps on there. It actually can give you directions in the park. So if you wanted to get to an attraction and it's your first time there and you have no idea what the quickest route is, it'll give you step-by-step directions to get to the next place. It will show you everything from where the restrooms are
Oh,
to
yes.
where
Important.
different attractions are. It'll even give you the main thing is the wait times for
Yes.
rides and other things, and then you can purchase your lightning passes off of there. There's sometimes where you have a virtual queue that you actually can go into as well, depending on what rides and attractions are still part of a virtual queue. And I think the other main thing is you can put your room key on the app as
that's
well.
right. That's right.
And so oftentimes, if you do a check-in before you arrive, they will give you your room number, and you can go straight to your room rather than stopping at the front desk to get a key. And you can use your smartwatch, you can use your phone, or if you have your magic bands, you can use all of those to get into your room. And that's again very convenient, right? Because sometimes there would be lines, at the front desk, especially when it's check-in time.
Oh yeah.
So you want to make sure that you go onto the website beforehand, pick your arrival time, and when you get there, hopefully your room will be ready, even if it's early in the morning. That's just a convenience of the app. It'll give you your room number, and sometimes they text you as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. My Disney Experience app. Dining reservations. So what about dining reservations?
Dining reservations. So you'd want to make it because you make our reservations for us.
60 days in advance from the first day of your hotel reservation, and then you can also, if you have a week stay, you can make your reservations for your entire stay at that 60-day window. So you don't have to wait like every single day for the next day to do it. So you can book all your reservations on that 60-day window outside of your first day of your stay.
And there's some places that's really hard
This
to get
sounds very
into.
complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's why we talk about it, because it is complicated and it changes every once in a while. So,
Yeah.
so please
Yeah.
correct us if we're wrong, because we do remember things differently. Like I remember when it was like 120 days you can make reservations.
Oh, right.
So 60 days out. So
But then keep checking. Like when you make your reservations and say you didn't get one that you wanted, keep checking, because sometimes it'll pop up again.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Because people, make reservations, but they also have change of plans and they cancel out. So, and sometimes you can even call and see if there's anything available, and they can maybe make a reservation
Which
for
are the
you.
hardest ones to get right now? Is it still Space 220?
Space 220 is very difficult to get. California Grill is another one. I think Cinderella's Castle,
Royal Table.
the Royal Table, and Olga's Cantina.
Oh,
if you're
yes,
going
yes.
inside the park to Galaxy's, what's it called?
Edge?
Galaxy's Edge. I wanted to say Galaxy Quest for a second, but Galaxy's Edge.
This is not Star Trek.
It's not. It's not the other game.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
not.
talking
No,
about
no,
this.
no,
No, no parodies here. So yeah, so there's different times, and different times of the year it'll be full. But the ones that might not be as busy, if you get a chance, are some of the resort hotel reservations. So if you go to like Old Key West, you can get a reservation at the sit down dining over there. Olivia's. Maybe a little bit easier than getting it at the park, or also at some of the more popular restaurants on the Monorail or Skyliner.
Olivia's has prime rib. So just to let you know, their prime rib is delicious.
And the fried chicken.
And the fried chicken is delicious as well. So, and the fried pickles, right? I think
We had
fried
fried
before?
pickles.
Yeah. Delicious.
We always talk about food here, and I get hungry.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and then while you're there was a banana bread that you could get from the gift shop that was amazing.
right, right.
And I'm really picky with banana bread because we live in Hawaii where there's bananas growing in everyone's backyard pretty much. So,
Yeah.
but it's delicious. It was delicious. I had to go back and get another one
Yeah.
because it was so good.
All right. So yeah, dining is important. Make your reservations early, but then check the app a lot
Yeah.
for when reservations can be available.
Just a word about the going to the different hotels to go eat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little out of the way sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Like you do have to go a little bit out of your way, but it's worth it for some of the restaurants. Like what is it?
We went to Topolino's, which is on top of the Riviera. I think like going to what used to be the Wave, but it's Steakhouse
Oh yes, 71.
71.
71.
Yeah. That's a good place, especially the bacon and eggs.
Oh,
So that's really good. It's like pork belly and grits and
it is.
So,
It is. And California Grill was really good.
California Grill was awesome. I really like that.
Yeah.
But I think like if you just want to have a good meal, you can look at the menus on your app and check out something that you want to eat. And I think you even can search for the different foods that you want to have as well. So there's all kinds of different options for everybody, and they have vegan options, they have kids options,
Allergy friendly.
allergy friendly.
I Another place that I think is like amazing if you were to go to a hotel and make that special trip out there to go and actually take the time to get to a restaurant would be is this Sanaa?
Oh yeah, Animal Kingdom.
And it would be the Animal Kingdom Lodge. There's two restaurants, Boma and Sanaa. And
Yeah.
I don't remember which one or both of them have. But you definitely want to book it during the day. Because
Yeah.
at night you're not going to see anything. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but you can actually look out into the safari area and then see the different animals
Right.
while you eat. But just ask for a table near the window.
Yeah, then you can see the savannah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, I am going to turn this one over to you because you have personal experience with this one.
Okay. Which one is this?
This is your own transportation,
Oh,
which
yes.
is walking around the park.
Your own 2 feet. Yes. These boots are made for walking. No, you don't want to wear boots. Okay.
don't
Unless
wear
they're
boots.
super comfy. But
Unless it's flooding. I guess you will
oh
need boots.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Galoshes.
Galoshes, right? Which happens a lot. But that's why I bring a second pair of shoes.
Right.
I always
Because
pack
they get wet.
a second pair of shoes because if you get caught in a downpour, you can't avoid it. You're going to be stepping in puddles. Your shoes are going to get wet. Your socks are going to get wet. And then you're not going to want to put those shoes back on.
No.
Right? Like after. So I always bring a second pair just in case. But comfortable shoes. I mean, try this out before you go to the parks. Like make sure it's like your tried and true pair or, something that is going to work for you because man I was literally in tears one time because we went to Epcot and we were in the World Showcase and
This was before kids.
oh my gosh, I had worn these shoes and I was like, oh, these are kind of cute, like they were yeah, and then I was like, oh, this will be comfortable. And then I wore them. And then, I was literally sitting on the bench in tears, crying. So, in the middle of World Showcase because my feet hurt so bad. So, and then he wouldn't give me the piggyback ride. So, I mean, come on, what you going to do, right?
I don't remember what we did. I did remember us sitting down and going like, what are we going to do to get you out of here?
You probably like rubbed my back and was like,
That's probably what happened.
No, but we took, you know what we did? We went to the ferry that takes you from the World Showcase back to the front of Epcot. So we caught that ferry so that we didn't have to walk.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. We did a little backtracking because we got to the Japan Pavilion. I think we just walked back to where the ferry was. So, but yeah, I mean, make sure you have comfortable shoes. We did go to the outlet mall.
Oh,
get shoes
right.
afterwards. And then good thing we had a car at the time, so we were able to get to the outlet mall, pick up a new pair of shoes, and then
That's
it
why
was a
I
little
bring
bit
my
better.
second pair.
Yeah. No,
Now
that's
I
true.
bring a second pair, and then yeah, I don't know. My favorite, like I always make sure that I wear running shoes. Like I will wear running shoes there because you walk so much,
Yeah.
right?
So
So
hi, Pinky. She must be okay. She says, I would be so embarrassed if I was there. Yeah, it was at least
what else?
6 years before you were born.
What else can we say
But
that'll embarrass Pinky? No,
but
just kidding.
thank you for watching the show, Pinky. If you want to come down, you're always welcome.
Watching your own show.
So yeah, it was one of those things where comfortable shoes is super important.
Absolutely, yes. Tried and true pair.
Another thing too is that it rains a lot. The weather is very unpredictable in
Yes.
Florida, especially in the afternoons. I'm not sure what the weather is like right now. Look and check.
So you would wanna so you definitely want to have a weather app, the ones that give you the hour to hour update, because it is so different in Florida, in Orlando, hour to hour. So case in point,
Yeah.
we stayed at Windsor Hills
Right.
once, and they have this huge pool, and there's even like a little tiny slide and
Yeah.
like a little, almost like a little tiny water park area. And Pinky wanted to go so bad to the pool, right, Pinky? If you're still on here, if you're listening, she wanted to go so bad, and I was like, oh, okay, it looks like it's gonna be sunny. It looks great. And then I forgot to check the app because
Yeah.
as soon as we got to the pool, a weather system came in, thunder, lightning, and they told us to get out.
Right.
Like we were in the pool for, I would say, like a minute, and then they told us to get out. So yeah.
So weather app is good. Checking the weather is super important. When you're there, and then again, just having the appropriate rain gear
Yes.
in order to keep yourselves dry.
Yeah, cheap ponchos. You could get them like Amazon. You could get the super inexpensive ponchos like from Amazon, and that serves us well because we'll just shove it in our bags and then always have them available. And they're light, so so it serves us really well.
Yeah. Next thing.
When was this? So Pinky's in the chat and she's like, when was this?
Yeah, I
Pinky,
know.
do you remember when we stayed at Windsor Hills? It was the place that has the little pool in the backyard. Oh, so when you do stay, right?
This was 3 years ago.
You have an option, like if you do stay at a VRBO or an Airbnb, they have so many different options. So there's places that you can stay that's like a condo or high-rise hotel.
Yeah.
And then
Or
there
townhouses.
or townhouses. You can go to ones that are attached or not attached. The ones at Windsor Hills have little pools in the back, like
Yep.
just it pretty much like plunge pools, but then the kids had fun with that.
Right.
Um, and then they also have homes that have like up to like 7 rooms.
Yeah.
7-room homes where there's a pool and a hot tub in the
You
backyard.
could have like 3 families in it, like 16 beds in the places. So they have like bunk beds, like 4 bunk beds in one room kind of thing. So there's all kinds of different places to stay and make sure that, you have something available for you as well. Next one is you use your phone a lot. So
No, don't leave the weather one yet.
What's
Because in addition to rain, you also get lots and lots of sun. So,
Yes, okay.
So you would want to bring and be prepared for extremely sunny weather as well. So definitely sunscreen, right?
Okay.
We didn't talk about that. So definitely sunscreen, maybe a hat, right?
Oh, yeah.
And sunglasses, things like that. But you want to be protected. And then you also want to reapply because if you spend the whole day at the park,
Yeah.
you're going to want to put on more sunscreen in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. So I didn't want to not mention that because on the flip side of always being always having those unexpected thunderstorms in the afternoon, you also get, you can also get super, super hot and sunny weather,
Right.
where you would need some sunscreen. So
Yeah. You use your phone a lot. So what do you need?
yes.
You need an accessory for your phone. And what would that be?
Absolutely. So, and it's not blinging out your phone, right? Like
You
it's
could
not
do
that kind
that.
of accessory.
You could do that.
But oh wait, I want to show you something. So we went to California.
Good.
We went to California Grill and we did like an anniversary dinner
Yeah.
there, and they put confetti on the table.
That's right.
And they sprinkled confetti. So then I put that in my phone case, and if you can see, there's some up here and some down here. But I put it in my phone case, and it kind of just looks like
Yeah.
like one of those phone
like-
cases with stuff in
It looks like a fun
Yeah.
fun Disney phone case.
And every once in a while, I'll find Mickey Mouse shaped confetti on the ground. But anyway, so getting back to making sure that you have the right things when you go to Disney World. You're gonna use your phone a lot, right? So you're gonna be on your My Disney app all the time,
Yeah.
right? Because you're gonna be looking at the map. You're gonna be doing your food orders. You're gonna be using it for to get in your passes to get in, all this kinds of stuff. So you're going to be using it so much that you're going to need to charge it during
Right.
the day. Yeah. And don't forget that. So you can bring your chargers, because there
Yep.
are some places that have actual USB ports for charging. But what we like to do, because we kind of don't want to take that chance, like we don't want to be in the middle of somewhere trying to do a lightning lane or something,
Yeah.
or trying to see what the wait time is over at Haunted Mansion and run out of juice on our phone. So
Right.
what we do is we always bring a portable power bank. We'll
Yeah.
always have one nice and charged up in our bags, one of our bags, so that we can have that. But if that's the last thing on your mind and you're just like totally forgot it, then Disney's got you.
There's Disney.
Yeah,
Disney
they've
gotcha.
got you.
What do they have?
They have places like little, it's almost like a vending machine, and it's you can get fuel rods from there. They call it fuel rods, and then you just pay, is it $20 still? But you pay for a fuel rod, a charged fuel rod, and it comes out, and then you can use that. And then when it $30, oh, the price went up. So when you use that and it's out, you can always go to another one,
Right.
right? And then you can just exchange it for one that has power in it.
Oops. I'm not sure why the pictures are not showing up the way I wanted to, but but they do have these portable charging places here, and then also we have some available. So they look like these fuel rods. They actually are not just Disney available. They're available in different places, but you can purchase these, and it is cheaper than $30 at different sites. So if you wanted to get one, you can use them at Disney, and we usually keep one or two available of these just in case, because they're a little bit easier,
compact and
more
light.
lipstick, shaped, sized fuel rods. But we'll have the bigger power banks.
Oh no. Was that Pinky?
That was Pinky.
Oh my gosh.
She's going through all the sound alerts.
She
right now.
okay, so just an explanation on that sound bit. Every time I see Orange Bird when we're at Disney World, I love Orange Bird. I just like love Orange Bird. So anytime we see something that's Orange Bird, I'm like, Orange Bird, why are you so cute?
Right.
Because I can't not buy an Orange Bird thing. So I can't pass by an Orange Bird thing and not buy it, or
Yeah, so that's that's the thing.
like
But
on the bus, there's an Orange Bird bus.
Thank you for playing the sound. Thank you.
I love Orange
Yeah,
Bird.
so you have the fuel rods, and you can exchange them at different resorts and places around the parks, and it's kind of a emergency option. So you just you put it into the vending machine, and it'll pop out a new one, and you don't have to worry about charging it at all. So and that works sometimes too, right? If you're on the go, busy, and everything's dead, at least you can have an option to get a fuel bank. And we'll keep two around just as emergencies, and we'll charge up the
We
phone.
like to be prepared, so we have more than one.
All right, so that's one of the tips. What about carrying all your goodies that you have?
Oh, you want to definitely have a comfortable way to carry everything that you have, like your power bank and your fuel rods and your ponchos, but you want to be able to carry everything, and maybe your water bottle,
Yeah.
right? Like your hydro flask. We always bring a hydro flask with us,
Yeah.
and fill it with ice so that we don't have to buy water
Water,
while we're
yeah.
there, or we'll bring waters from our room that we got through Instacart,
Yeah.
or so that got delivered to our room. and we
Yeah,
had that
because we
delivered.
might be at the park for a long time, so the water's not going to stay cold. But at least if we get some ice in there in the hydro flask, we can refill it with
Or
bottled
Stanley
water.
Cup
Yeah,
or something along that lines that keeps it nice and cold.
right. So we have that available. So yeah, if you have a bag, I usually get one of those. I'm not sure what they're called. It's just a.
Backpack?
It's not even a backpack. It's like a.
Oh,
pouch
it's got the
with
drawstrings.
right?
Okay, that you can put on your back. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't even, because they check your bags when you get there
Yes.
sometimes. So I actually don't even open it up or put anything in there. I'll just have it available. And then if we purchase something at the park, I'll open it up and then we'll use that as a backpack.
And keep that in mind, because you're going to go through security, that if you have and we made this mistake, so learn from our mistakes. We made them for you, so you don't have to make them.
Right.
But we brought one of those backpacks that have tons and tons of pockets, because we're like, oh, we could organize it and put everything here. And then we spend forever at the security place opening, unzipping every single pocket.
Right.
And then they want to see what's on the bottom. So we don't do that anymore.
Yep.
We've gotten a lot smarter at what we carry. So I like to bring a Loungefly backpack.
There you go. Yep.
It's little, it's fairly comfortable, and it'll fit in those pouches. Like if you go on a ride, like Dinosaur, you need to put your bag in the pouch in the front, then it'll fit in the pouch. So you don't want to bring something too big that won't fit.
Yeah.
But so something comfortable too. Like you don't want those straps sticking into your shoulders or anything like that. Or you don't want that to be something that's going to be super uncomfortable.
Yeah. Comfort
during
is the key, I think, with, carrying things. And it used to be where you can send items back to your hotel room, but they don't necessarily do those kind of things nowadays, especially with food items.
Food.
So you
That's
can't
right.
you can't send food back to your room. You used to be able to just pack things up and they would take it and it'll be available in your room if you're staying on resorts property. So what other things do we need? I think lockers to stuff everything in. So
No, that's
Ice
true.
Wolf Law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ice Wolf. Hello, Ice Wolf. But you can rent a locker too.
Yeah.
So when you rent a locker, you can like bring sandwiches and you can like or snacks, and you don't have to lug them all around the park. But definitely a locker is
Yeah. Well, it's essential.
It's helpful.
We'll use the lockers more at like the water parks.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's actually worked out really well. We'll have a locker there, and we don't have to worry about leaving our stuff just out in the open when we go on the water rides.
And we do wear our phones. So we put our phones in those waterproof pouches so that we could always have them with us.
Yeah.
And we can communicate, because we're always,
Yeah,
at
we're all
different places in
different,
the
going
park.
to different parts of the
Like
park.
he's on the lazy river and we're on like some kind of water slide,
Yeah.
that kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cards. We need some cards, but doesn't have to be physical cards. They would be your annual passes or also your DVC card, and those are all available if you download them on your app, and you can easily show it to them. I think that's one of the things now. They're checking a little bit more on the discounts, and so you need
Yes.
to have your cards available, and they'll check that. Before you used to just tell them, "Oh, I'm a DVC member or annual pass member." They would take it, but
You're like, where's
they-
your blue card?
yeah.
No,
But
they
now,
won't do
now
that.
they're checking it as
They're
well.
a lot nicer than that.
So some of their YouTube videos, some of the cast members were showing us how to put it on there. So we do have the cards available.
And where to find it? It's a little tricky to find on your
Right.
app. So like find it before you go, so you know where it is.
And then you can also put it if you have. I'm not sure how it works on Android, but I know on iOS you can put it in your wallet, and your cards are available there as well. And if you link your family members, make sure that yours is the first one, because one time I had you as the primary and I couldn't get into the parks, and I think that's happened to you as well. Like mine was the primary, And your ticket is also linked there in your wallet, which all your annual passes and whatnot. So you want to make sure you have you as the primary and the first one there, so you don't get hung up at the parks trying to get in. So, but yeah, that's a good tip. Having lockers and that Ice Wolf Law mentioned. I think there's all kinds of tips and tricks that we have, but there are plenty of members in the community that know a lot more and have tips for us. So, but one of the things that we can say is make sure you have your annual pass and DVC digital card or physical card if you have the physical card available just for purchases and getting into the parks. Budgeting the trip.
Oh, budgeting. So I'm not very good at that. I'm a spender. He's the budgeter.
Right.
So I like to tell him what I want to do or what I want, and then he'll figure out, okay, what's our budget for that?
Yeah.
And he'll figure out, well, I don't know if we could stay there this time. Maybe we're gonna look at someplace a little less fancy. So
Yeah.
but
It really has to fit what you can afford, and
what you're comfortable with, and what fits your budget.
Yeah, so we encourage everyone to kind of look at what they want to do and the expenses, and sometimes it might mean for some people this is a once in a lifetime trip, and
Yes,
they will
true.
budget accordingly. Some people are able to go a little bit more frequently, and their budget falls within there. I am a big proponent of making sure you stay, reasonably within your budget, but also enjoy yourself. So
Yes.
have some cushion in there because there are unexpected expenses.
And watch out for that magic band. That magic band is like dangerous. So when you have your magic band, all you have to do is just, like boop it.
Yeah.
It's so easy just to do that. So, it's kind of dangerous. I've run up some charges with my magic band.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Disney they didn't want you to have to worry about trying to calculate everything or pull out your credit card. It's just more
It is
convenience.
convenient. It is very convenient.
Yeah,
though.
and that's part of the spend is you can do it so it's not linked to your magic band. So you go through the traditional charge route. You could do things like gift cards. So one of the things is that
right.
you can actually have a prepaid gift card, and you can get discounts from different places like Target or Sam's Club or whatnot, and get those 5-10% discounted gift cards, and you can use it at the parks. I think they hold up to $1,000, and so if you want to put some kind of budget on them, maybe for little ones or family members, and just say, this is what our budget is, it'll give you a printout if you ask for it afterwards of how much is remaining credit, so you can budget that way too. So you're not overspending or having to whip out your credit card or use your magic band. You can use a gift card for that.
So if you want to calculate if you can buy that extra lounge fly
right,
that you saw,
yeah. It'll tell you if it's on if it's on the gift card, and you can go to the Disney gift card website and manage it there in case you lose it. So make sure it's linked because if you do lose it, it's not linked, and someone can always use it as well. But you want to make sure that you have access to it in case you lose it really quickly, so you can transfer to another gift card the remaining balance in credit.
and just keep in mind when you have your magic band, not everywhere accepts the magic band. So for charges, so like when we're in Disney Springs,
Yep.
very few places in Disney Springs will accept it. I think was it the Lego store that did? There was like one place that was like
there's some places.
it did,
But
then
even on property, there's some places on the boardwalk that didn't accept.
Boardwalk didn't. Yes,
Didn't accept, and
you
usually
can't get your
it's-
$25 cake slice with your magic.
right. Usually it's some of the standalone carts that is not linked up like that. They don't have the special carts, or it's a third party vendor
Yes.
that's there. So there's some places that are just not available for the Magic Band purchase, and you do need to have your credit card or your phone to charge different things. But a Disney gift card usually will work at most places at Disney. So
Yeah.
time management.
Time management.
It
I'm not
is-
good at this either. So.
Whether
So-
you're on a short stay or a longer stay,
Yeah.
time goes by really quickly when you're at the Disney resorts.
It
And
does.
you want to make the most of it because you're on vacation, but you also don't want to wear yourself out. So when you're planning, do plan your day. Some people are rope drop
Yes.
people and they'll stay all the way up to closing, and some people need to take a break. Just realize that when you're at Disney World, transportation does take a little bit of time,
Oh, yes.
especially if you're parked at the TTC.
Yeah.
So you have to, put in a little bit of time and effort to get back to the TTC, get back to your vehicle, get back to wherever you're staying. Figure all those things in. Or if there's different places around the resort that you can just take a break, have lunch. There are the DVC the DVC lounges inside the parks. New ones coming up in Magic Kingdom. But you have to manage your time wisely in terms of, are you going to spend all that time going from place to place or staying in the park and resting up there?
I'm waiting for you to finish, so I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But the new DVC lounge over in Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
is that the Star Wars one? Or is that like it's like themed, right?
Yeah, I can't remember what the theme is. We showed a
Yeah.
picture before.
It's like a futuristic kind of Star Warsy theme, right? Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I'm waiting for that one to open.
Yeah, so that should be good. There, we like the Epcot Lounge when we can get there. But yeah, there's
Freestyle.
but even if you're
Freestyle
gonna
drinks.
get to a place where you can just sit and relax and have something to drink or something to eat, there are many places in the parks to take a rest break. And again, if you if you make that decision to manage your time wisely, you get the most benefit out of your stay.
Yeah.
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 All right, I think we are at our last one.
Yay!
What is our
We
last
got
one?
through it. Oh my goodness. I had 15 things and we got through
15
all of
things.
them. So the last one that you want to have with you or you want to bring is definitely your patience and flexibility.
Right.
So, and manners too, right? Like I was like, oh, and manners, but your patience and flexibility because things are going to go wrong, right? Like it's inevitable. You're going to have a moment where something's not going to work the way you wanted it to. A ride is closed. A ride goes down
It's
and you've had
super hot.
everything scheduled out.
Yeah.
It's super hot. Like there's so many different things that could happen, especially when you're traveling with kids. Like when we were traveling with kids, like your kid gets sick or
someone's tired. Right. Hi, Rico. Welcome into the stream.
Hello.
There's a lot of things that it's hard to coordinate with multiple people, family members, be on different schedules. Sometimes you might be jet lagged if you're coming from far away. There's different things that might just pop up that requires you to take your attention away, including sometimes work, unfortunately.
Rico has cheered 5
thank you
seashells. Mahalo for your support.
Thank you for the
Yay,
bits.
thank you.
Appreciate it. So there's all kinds of different things, and having patience, being very kind to one another. This is something for you guys to enjoy as a family, as a ohana. So the last thing you want to do is just having meltdowns and dealing with those. But it happens.
That goes for the kids
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
No.
Iron
'Cause, you know,
Fister
we-
23 has cheered 100 seashells.
Oh,
Mahalo
thank
for your
you.
support.
Thank you, Iron Fister. No, I super appreciate the bits and do appreciate all of your support. There's different things that you have to do, and manners is super important as well.
Yes.
We try to be super nice to the cast members. They have to deal with unexpected things as well, and people get upset, and we don't want to add to their stress.
I'm like, it's not their fault. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the cast members' fault, right? They're just the messenger. So
Right.
they didn't make that decision. They're just passing on the message.
yeah, so it's not something to take out on the cast members or your
Yeah.
family members, like I said.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, really, and then like, just be really nice to the cast members too.
yeah, I think that's super important, and making sure that your Disney vacation is something to be memorable. You don't want to be thinking about the bad times, just the good times when you're there.
Yeah. I mean, we've been there, right? Like this is because we've been there to where we were kind of trying to stick to our schedule, and then like our son goes, I don't know. It's like we have this full day
there's multiple
planned,
things,
and
yeah.
we get into the park for the first time, and then MC was like 2 or 3. And he was like, go home now. I was like, we just got here.
Right, and
So,
that'll happen, especially with little
Yeah.
ones. So those things happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for our show today.
Oh, okay. Wow, that went by fast.
Yeah, it went by super fast. But we thank you for being here. Again, happy Veterans Day, and thank you to our veterans who've served. We really appreciate you. We'll be back next week on Twitch and YouTube as we simulcast the Aloha DIS podcast. We hope you have a pleasant week, and we'll see you real soon.
Yeah, ahui ho.
We're going to rate out to CDB right now. He's streaming, and so we'll do a rate out to him. But we'll see you all a little bit later.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you.